So here's the other thing I got on my mind. As you know, we built a trailer. Me and Luke Palioka built a trailer out of a refrigerator years ago, and we put 32 Studebaker fenders on it and some fat wheels and tires, and you can open the lid and put stuff in it, and it's got a place in the back where you can lift off a section and put a spare tire in there, and it's built in such a way that one of those little foldable tent things will fit on top of it. And then we had the car show a while back, and I made it into a car show sign. And then Robert, who's the dance instructor, was talking about us being in a Christmas parade, and he asked, if I could let some of the women ride in the Studebaker and let them jump out and dance occasionally. And we had talked about having a float, but he said that's too much trouble to build a float. And I got to thinking, well, this right here would make a pretty interesting trailer pull behind the Studebaker. And what we could do is we could have this couple of women dancing step up here and ride in the parade. And then when we stopped, they could step off here and dance, and then step back on here when we took off. And we could throw like a painter's cart right over the car show sign and just paint Happy Feet Dancers on there. And then we could have 2 or 3 women in the Studebaker and a couple of women standing on this trailer, and that could be a part of the Christmas parade where the Happy Feet Dancers get a kind of a special vehicle to be in the parade and dance from. And so what that brings me to is the next step, which is putting a trailer hitch on the Studebaker. And I want to do it in such a way that I don't put anything on the Studebaker that can't be taken off. Now, this is a vintage classic car. It's a Studebaker Rockney. They only made them 2 years. I don't know how many of them there are left in the world. I'm guessing, it's in the hundreds. So I was thinking, well, I could take this. This is like a small 1-inch Reese hitch thing. And if I did it right, I could mount it back here and run a brace up to here and have that brace where it would bolt, where I could put bolts in and bolt the trailer hitch brace in here. That way, if I want to take it off, all I have to do is take these bolts out. And this piece here is not real strong, but I've got some metal around here that I brought home that I had some that was in I pulled it out of the trash bin up at the church and brought it home. And I've also got this little piece right here. So this is a piece that goes over that gas tank, and it's off of here right now, but it may go back on here at some point. So whatever I build, I don't want to get it in the way of that piece. So I think what I'm going to do is take the Studebaker up to the house and back it into the garage where the Rambler was, and that way I can study on this. We got a car show coming up in a couple weeks too. That's why I haven't done the this is the B&M transmission kit. I haven't jumped into that because I kind of don't want to disable this car till after the car show. By the way, I went down to see Jeff this morning and looked at his setup for his electronic power steering that he's putting on the Studebaker that he's building. That looked pretty slick. hadn't quite resolved that yet, but it is something. I might even put a brace on it or something like that. The idle this thing has. This thing here might be something else rattling. The other side over there rattling. I've also got some metal pieces I could go down and get. I'll go do that.